Hello and welcome. I'm just going to have a bit of a chat away while we're waiting for people to arrive. For anybody who doesn't know me, who hasn't done a class with me before, my name is Vicky from Untitled Yoga, and I am largely a Yin Yoga teacher. But I also teach some Yang Yoga, some more active forms of yoga as well, to complement to balance. So do say hello as you're arriving. It'd be really nice to know who's there. Every week I have different themes, and on Tuesday, so today obviously, Tuesday evening in Europe, I have a Yin Yang Yoga session, which is combining two different approaches to yoga. So the Yang form, which is more active movement, focused on getting the muscles moving more than anything. Hello Linda, hi. And the Yin is softer, quieter, stiller, and very much focused on calming the mind and the body as well. On Thursdays I hold Yin Yoga classes, which you can find if you're interested on my events page. They are an hour and a quarter. And this week's theme is yoga for being happy, basically, for happiness, optimism and positivity. Trying not to be too cheesy about it, but we could all do with a bit of positivity at the moment. So what we're going to be doing in these classes is particularly focusing on the qualities of the heart. So encouraging joy. Hello Wendy, hi. Hi Helen. Encouraging the qualities of joy and optimism, and also trust in relation to the heart. So I'd like to start by sitting. So if you'd just like to join me, as you can see I've got my props here. If you've got some props, great. If you haven't, it's not the end of the world. So just sit in whatever position is comfortable for you. You might want to sit up on something. Cross your legs, kneel. Lie if you want to. Hi, Shan. And close your eyes. Let's just start by taking a really deep breath in. So just breathe in through the mouth, through the nose, sorry. Breathe out through the mouth, just releasing. And again, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting the body just relax as far as you can. Just spend a couple of moments adjusting, making sure that you're comfortable. We're going to be here for a few minutes. Feel where your hands are they okay? Do you want to move them into a different place? Adjusting the hips a bit, whatever you need to do. Bringing the shoulders up and back, and then dropping them. Bring the chin down a little so that the head is straight. And if you haven't closed your eyes, then close your eyes or soften your gaze. And just feel the connection of your feet on the floor. Sensing where the hands are. And just noticing the movement of the body as you breathe in and out. Noticing how the belly rises and falls. Or perhaps you feel it more in the chest or the shoulders or another place. Just notice where you feel the movement of your normal breath in the body. Keeping the body soft but upright. And then just bring to mind something that brings you happiness, that brings you joy. And it doesn't need to be anything big. It can be something quite small, but you know that when you do this, you notice this, you feel this, then even if it's just a spark, it's a spark of happiness. So that might be just a cup of tea, an animal, a person that you love. Perhaps you enjoy gardening or walking, having a bath. Just think of one thing. Bring it to mind. And notice the feeling that comes up. And you might want to investigate whatever this is. Perhaps imagining it, or seeing them. And depending on what it is, maybe the feel, the sound, the smell. Just giving it a bit more detail. Again, noticing the feelings that arise. When you're imagining whatever this is. And on the next out breath, just let go of this image. Come back to the feeling of the breath in the body. Once more sensing where the hands are, feeling the weight of the body against the floor. And then just open your eyes. That was a little bit longer than I intended, but hopefully it started to develop some feelings of positivity, I'm hoping. And we'll move into the movement, into the yang. So if you'd like to stand and move to the front of your mat. So that may well have slowed down your breath a bit. So see if you can keep that slow but easy breath with the movement. So it will be active, bring the palms together in front of the heart, but it's not going to be super fast. Not at all. That's not how I roll. So bringing the palms together, bringing the shoulders up and back, legs are strong, pushing into the floor, raising up the toes, and separating them, bringing them down into the floor, Pushing into the floor, raising the top of the head to the ceiling so that you're nice and straight. And I'm just going to turn to show you, but you can stay where you are. So we're just going to start, first of all, by bringing the arms up and also going up on the toes. And then just bringing the hands down in front of you. Again, bringing the arms forward and up, going up on the toes, and then bringing the hands down as if you're pushing down something. One more time. Arms go up on the toes, and then coming down, pushing the energy down. Same again, but to the sides. So, arms go up on the toes. This time, palms come together and in front of the heart. To the sides, going up, palms together. One more time, to the sides, going up, palms together. Now this time, as you bring the palms down, fold forward. You can bend the knees to start with, that's fine. Keep them bent if you want. On the next in-breath, bring the top of the head forward. You might straighten the knees, you might not, but we want a flat back. Bring the shoulder blades back towards each other. And we're looking for this flat back here. As you breathe out, fold forward. Bend the knees if you want to. Breathe in, go to that flat back again. Maybe fingertips, maybe hands on the legs. Breathe out, fold forward. Hands on the floor. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, fold forward. And one more time. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, right leg goes back. So we're keeping this knee up. We're on the fingertips here. Push that back heel down so that you can feel a stretch in the back of the leg. And then bring this front hip also towards the back so you can feel strength in the back of the leg here as well. You're up on the fingertips. Move the hands if you want to. And also bring the belly up away from the front leg. So we've got a strong torso. We've got strong legs. Pushing that back heel down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now as you breathe out, hands on the floor, we're moving into down dog. So this time to start with, it's the first down dog. Just play with this. Move the hips, pedal the feet. Just playing with it. And then move into stillness, bringing the heels towards the floor to feel the stretch in the legs again. Pressing into the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now come down into a high plank. Breathe in, pushing into the floor with the hands. Breathe out, bringing the heels down again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, going back into down dog. Breathe out. Now you can bring the knees down if you want, or you can do it from here. We're going to bring the right foot between the hands. So you choose, but either way, right foot goes up and between the hands. Bring that back knee down if you didn't do it from a kneeling position. Push into the floor, stretch up, and then drop down so you can feel a stretch on the back hip flexor. Stretch up, keep the legs strong, and then drop down again. High 7-inch. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, hands on the floor, back knee comes up. Bring that foot to the front foot. Breathe in, get a flat back. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, palms in front of the heart, other side. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, hands to heart, fold forward. Breathe in, go to flat back. Breathe out, fold forward. We just do one time this time. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, left leg goes back, keep that back knee up. Push down that back heel, up on the fingertips. Bring that front hip towards the back for strong legs. Breathe in, lift the belly off the front leg. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, moving to down dog. Breathe out, going down to plank. Breathe in, staying here. Breathe out. Push into the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, get a down dog. Breathe out, come down on your knees if you want. Breathe in, left leg goes up. Breathe out, left leg comes between the hands, back knee down. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, drop down, stretch on the hip flexor in the back. Breathe in, stretch up, maybe a bit of a back bend. Breathe out, drop down. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, hands on either side of the foot, back foot, front foot. Get a flat back as you breathe in. Breathe out and fold forward. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, hands in front of the heart. Okay, so let's build on that. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, now sit as if you're sitting in a chair for chair pose. Your feet can be together or they can be a bit further apart. Play with what's better for you. And then just drop down as far as is comfortable. The arms are up. If it's not comfortable in the shoulders, bring them down a bit, but open the chest up. Breathe in. Breathe out, drop down a bit more. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, go to flat back. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, right leg goes back. Breathe out, down dog. Breathe in, drop down to your knees if you want. Breathe out. Breathe in, right leg goes up. Breathe out, between the hands, so stay here. Breathe in, stretching up. Breathe out. Drop down, stretch on back hip flexor. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, keep those legs strong. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, now twist to the side. Front knee is bent. Back leg is straight. Adjust the legs as you need to for warrior two. Hello, Philomena. If the front knee is not feeling comfortable, adjust the foot. It should be approximately knee above ankle. Breathe in. Breathe out, drop down a bit more. Breathe in. Breathe out, drop down a bit more. Breathe in. Breathe out, back hand goes on back leg, front palm goes up, keep the front leg as it is, and go back. Breathe in. Breathe out, strong legs. Breathe in. Breathe out, straighten the front leg. Breathe in. Breathe out, feel the stretch on the side. Breathe in. Breathe out, keep the legs as they are. Parallel arms. Lean forward and fold over the front leg. The hand can go anywhere, doesn't matter. And then look to that back arm for triangle pose. Stretching up. Breathe out. Twisting a bit more to the right. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now wheelbarrow the hands down to either side of the foot. Bring the back foot forward to go to flat back as you breathe in. Breathe out as you fold forward. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, palms to the heart. Okay, let's do the other side. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, down to chair pose again. Breathe in, drop down. Breathe out, drop down. Breathe in, open the chest. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, left leg goes back. Breathe out. Breathe in, back to down dog. Breathe out. Breathe in, left leg goes up. Breathe out, foot between the hands. Keep those feet strong. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, drop down. Keep the legs strong. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, drop down. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, turn so that you are now in warrior two. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. I have a feeling I'm the wrong way around. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, front palm goes up. Breathe out, hand goes back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, feel the stretch on the side. Breathe out. Breathe in, straighten the front leg, but stay as you are. Out. In, open the chest. Out. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, parallel arms, legs are still straight. Lean over the front. Fold forward. Turn to look at that up arm. Breathe out. Breathe in, open a bit more. Breathe out. Breathe in, twist a bit more. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands on either side of the foot. Back foot to front foot. Go to flat back on the in-breath. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, palms together in front of the heart. Okay, so let's move on. I just want to check I'm still live. It said there was a problem. Yes. Okay, good. So from where you are, stretch up and then fold forward. Go to flat back. Fold forward. Go to flat back again. And then go into down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, right leg goes up. Breathe out, right leg comes between the hands. Now this time, I want you to turn to the front of the mat. So we're looking for a wide leg, kind of dangling position here. We want to stretch on the inside thighs. So adjust the feet to make sure you've got that, but you're still stable. The feet are parallel, pointing forward, but they might be a bit pointing left, a bit pointing right. You choose. Okay. Breathe in, go to flat back here. The same way that we did with the legs together. And then breathe out, folding forward from the hips. Breathe in, go to flat back. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, go to flat back. Breathe out, fold forward. This time, stretch the right arm out, kind of in the middle. And then dive the left arm under. And we're going into a twist. So take hold of the leg somewhere, anywhere, it doesn't matter where. We're using it as a lever. So as you breathe in, lengthen. As you breathe out, twist, look under the arm. Breathe in. Breathe out, don't overdo it. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in. Breathe out, come back to the center. This time, left arm goes in front. You're up on the fingertips here. You probably can't see. Dive the right arm underneath, taking hold of the outside of the leg anywhere. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, twist, looking under the arm. Breathe in. Breathe out and twist. Pull if you need to a bit. Breathe in. Breathe out, levering on the leg. Breathe in. Breathe out, coming back to the center, walking the hands back to the mat. Breathe in, go to flat back. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, fold forward, and I want you just to walk your hands around to the front, twisting the feet so they're both pointing forward. Bring that back foot to the front foot. Flat back again here. Fold forward. Stretch up. And then palms together in front of the heart. Okay, so let's move down again. Stretch up as you breathe in. Starting to bring it down now. Fold forward. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, take the right foot back and the left foot back. Into down dog. You can play with this again if you want to. Starting to bring the breath down. Bend the right knee, place it on the floor. Bring the right hand kind of in the center. And then move onto the side left foot. Push into the floor with the right hand. And then bring the left arm, try not to fall over like me, up. Stretching up. As you're breathing in, then maybe twisting a little bit more. Breathing out, relaxing. Breathing in, a little bit more of a twist. Breathe out, relaxing. Keeping that side leg strong here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hand comes down. Breathe in, move into down dog. Breathe out, playing with it again. Breathe in. Breathe out, going down onto the opposite knee. I'm just turning to show you. Left hand goes to the center. Moving onto the side of the right foot. And then we're stretching up. Pushing into the left hand. Right leg is strong. Right arm is stretching up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, opening a bit more. Breathe out. Breathe in, opening a bit more. Breathe out. In and out. Hand goes down. And then just moving onto hands and knees. And just sit for a couple of moments. Close your eyes and just notice how the body's feeling after that yang activity. You can kneel, you can sit cross-legged, you can sit with your legs out, you choose. We're going to move into the yin to try and calm the body, calm the mind. But just notice before we start, starting to bring the breath down, starting to move back into your natural breath. And if you need at this point to get any props, then please do. And we're going to move on to hands and knees. Anahatasana, heart melting pose. Keeping the hips in the air. Then walk the hands forward. Stretch the arms out. And then just drop the head or the forehead down to the floor. If you've got a pinching sensation in the shoulders here, you can separate the arms, or if it's one particular shoulder, separate one arm. Or another option, which may help, is to bring the hands together in prayer behind the head. But if you're going to do that, I would suggest playing with the position of the elbows, because what we're aiming for here is an opening with the chest and a stretch in this part of the arms. You can bend the elbows, but you may find that you lose the stretch a bit. You may not. So you choose which version suits you best, and we will stay here for 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes. Notice your breath. Notice as it goes back down. We're trying to bring it back here to its normal, natural movement. And if there's anybody there who hasn't done Yin Yoga before, then Yin Yoga, we're in the poses for several minutes. So in this class, it's going to be around 3 minutes on average, maybe 2 with some of the poses. And the reason for that is that we are trying to get really deep into the body. And the way to do that is through stillness. So for each pose, I will guide you into the pose. I'll show you, but please use me as a general shape. Don't try to look like me. Then we aim to relax the muscles, and we aim to stay in stillness. If you find at any point that something is actually hurting you, if there's a pinching or a stabbing or a tingling that doesn't feel right, some kind of sensation that feels like pain, then either adjust the pose using my suggestions or come out completely. You can lie down, child's pose, whatever, something that's neutral. Always listen to your body. Every pose is going to be different for everybody. It's really important that you take care. Listen to your body. That's your responsibility. So we're going to move into another back bend, and we're going to go directly from here into Sphinx. So you're coming up, you're pushing up on the hands a bit, and then you're bringing the hips down, bending the elbows, placing the elbows on the floor, palms on the floor or palms together. Now, see if you can just relax the back and notice that compression, pressure in the lower back. This is what we want, as long as this is okay for you to stay in for around 3 minutes. If you're finding that that pressure is too much, you might want to try separating the legs. That might release the pressure. Or if it's still too much, then I suggest going further down, bringing the elbows forward. It might actually be your pose to even just rest face down. If you're not getting enough of a back bend, then there's a couple of things you can do. You can get a prop, you can put it underneath your elbows, basically raising you up. 1 block, 2 blocks, cushions, whatever. Play with that. And if you still haven't got enough, then you can go into seal, which is hands. Now remember, this is Yin Yoga. We're not pushing. We want to be able to relax in the pose to get into it, to get deep into it. You may be fine here, but can you stay here and be reasonably relaxed for around 2 minutes now? If the answer to that is no, then I would suggest going down a level and perhaps for the last minute or so going up. Listen to the body. Do what the body is saying is right. And And these poses that we're doing here in this yin part are all very much about opening up the heart area, stimulating the energy of the heart meridian, and encouraging those qualities that are said to be connected of joy, happiness, optimism. The heart meridian is obviously the heart area, but also the shoulders, fronts of the shoulders, and the arms. This part. So these poses that we're doing now in Yin Yoga, that's what we are stimulating. And as we're opening up the front of the body, that automatically means, of course, that we're compressing the back of the body. So we've got these back bends as well, which can be really quite nice for the back. So just for the last 45 seconds or so, if you wanted to move to a different variation, either lower or higher, then you can do that. Or if you're happy where you are, either resolve to stay still, or if you want, very slowly bring in a bit of a twist, perhaps looking over the right shoulder. And really slowly paying attention to the movements, noticing how this feels in the back when you twist to the left. Where are you feeling that more? Is it more the lower back? I'm feeling it more in my shoulders, personally. And much more so when I twist to the left. How is it for you? Notice. Okay, and then when you're back to the center, we're just going to come down for the rebound. So slowly move down into a lying position. You can either rest your head on your hands, or you can put the arms by the sides. And just notice how the back feels after those two back bends. Maybe how the arms feel, the shoulders. Don't move yet, just pay attention. The rebound is really, really important for you. Notice what's happening. And then we're just going to move into one more to finish this class. Now, if you have a block, you might want to push back here and move into a child's pose, perhaps stretching the arms out, rolling over, rolling forward as a counter pose. Maybe even moving into a down dog if you want, briefly, but a gentle yin one. And then if you have a block, then grab a block. I'm going to give you a couple of options here. If you don't have anything, then you can use a cushion or a couple of pillows, anything really that will raise you up. So, as I said, just one more back bend. I'm going to give you the option whether you want it more in the lower back or more in the upper back. So if you want it more in the lower, for everybody lie on your back to start with. Bend the knees, push into the floor, and then put the block underneath. Start on the lowest level. You can always adjust, always start low, pontoon, and then allow the legs to drop, and you can put the arms out to the sides, or you can put them above, on the floor above you. If that's not enough stretch for you, then you can always go higher. You can play with the next level. See how that works for you. The other option, if you want it a bit more in the upper back, And now if anybody doesn't have any support, then I would get into this pose as well. So bringing the soles of the feet together into reclined butterfly. Anybody who has a block, you can put this behind, kind of in between the shoulder blades. You can put it either lengthways or widthways. Bit. And so that, as you see, the upper part is more open. Again, once more, if you feel that that's not really enough, then just change the level, make it higher. Takes a bit of time playing with this, obviously. And that's quite a nice massage in the shoulders as well. But just make sure that it is comfortable for you. And if you've got a hard block, I would suggest putting a blanket on top. For anybody who doesn't have support, I suggest that you move into a reclined butterfly position, but just with your back on the floor. And we're just going to stay here for a couple of minutes. Close your eyes and really just feel that opening in the front. Keep the body relaxed. Notice if you've tensed anything. Okay, so now just take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, then just gently raise yourself up. However you need to move the prop away. And then straighten the legs and we'll move into Shavasana. You might want to shake out the legs a bit, shake out the arms, just before we move into the final relaxation. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel. Just leave the timekeeping up to me. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Just relax. So please don't move quickly. Don't rush, don't ruin what you've just, the relaxation that you've just encouraged. And take your time coming back up to join me in a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed when you're here. Once more noticing how you feel. And bringing the arms out to the sides, up above you, palms together, down in front of the face, grazing the face, coming to rest in front of the heart. Fingers, thumbs pressing against the heart once more. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. And that's all for today. Namaste. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed this longer Yin Yang session. If you would like to join my Yin Yoga session tomorrow, this will be Yin Yoga for Positivity, 75 minutes via Zoom. And you can find details in my events page. Thank you again for joining me, and see you either on Thursday or next week.